Oh, hello, brothers, sisters, boys, and girls. Welcome back for another playthrough. Trying to get this one done with Alice, so without further ado, with me jumping into it and talking so much, let's get into it. I really want to take and look at this. That's my beloved Elena blowing my phone up. I love her. So let's see. Let's see. Need to go to the flow chart. Yes, we know. I wish it would do a thing where it's like, do you want to start from the flow chart or do you want to start from the, there you are, sweetheart. Okay, so flow chart. Here we are. I'm not starting at the beginning. We have unlocked this part here. It says there isn't any, there isn't enough antiviral medicine. Jumping back into this.
Alright, please pay attention, everyone. You need to hear this. The Atom has finished scanning Alice.
What did it say?
Oh wow, that's a lot.
Her results are identical to Quark's.
Basically, if you're talking about the flow chart, yeah, the flow chart indicates all the endings. And we couldn't get this ending yet because we had to unlock a certain puzzle. Well, I unlocked the puzzle now, which was escape the laboratory, which unlocks the door, or the lock 04 on this one, so we can finish Alice's ending, which I'm going to try to do in this video if it is not going to be like several hours in, you know. Yes, you are, sweetheart. Well, you passed out from, I guess, exhaustion. You were worried, you know?
She has also been infected with Radical 6.
Radical 6 sounds like a band, a cover band. Who's that band on stage? We are Radical 6! That sounded so fucking corny. On my way back, Phi had gone off to retrieve the rest of the particulars, the part, whatever. 7 sets of eyes widened as Luna spoke.
Oh no.
If you hear me snoring, that wasn't me. I fell out.
No! What's going to happen to her?
Calm down.
Well, like I said before, there's only one way to cure Radical 6.
And we have the medicine, and we're going to say fuck it to Quark, because we don't give a shit about Quark, and we're going to cure Alice.
There's a special antiviral treatment.
Which we have, and we're going to cure Alice and fuck Quark.
Do you know what immunoglobulin is?
Basically, it's the stuff that's inside that little vial that we're going to take and use to cure Alice, and we're going to say fuck it to Quark.
Immunoglobulin?
It's another name for antibodies. Some people have antibodies that can fight off Radical 6.
Radical 6. Wow!
Those antibodies are the basis for Excelivir.
I don't know why I'm doing that. Excelivir. Here we have an apron, jeans, and turtleneck. Just take it. What the world? Wait, what about those pods in the treatment center? Can't we just stick them in?
Right. I thought of that too, so I went and took a closer look at them. Unfortunately...
They can't cure it.
Correct. They can suppress the symptoms for a while, but they can't kill the virus itself. The only way we can help Alice and Quark is if we can find some Excelivir.
But the pods will keep them from getting any worse, right?
Yes.
Well, then what are we waiting for? One of you, grab Alice. We're going to the treatment center.
I'll take Alice. I'll carry her. As he spoke, Timioji, or Tigarashi, whatever the fuck his name is, moved over to Quark and lifted his small, unconscious body off the bed. Mind his head! Sorry, that was a pole. Quark shifted slightly as Tigarashi, or Timioshi, whatever the fuck his name is, moved him, and something fell out of his pocket with a soft clang. Quark can't stay here, laugh out loud. Those iPods are so aliens. Huh? I bent down slowly and picked it up. Is this medicine?
What?
Well, what is it?
Hold on. There's a name on the label here.
Excelivir!
Sounds like a name of a sword. You got Excalibur, now you got Excelivir.
You found it, Sigma! That's the one thing that can cure Radical 6.
Oof, I think I hit his head. Sorry, nuts.
Why did Quark have it?
Perhaps he found it earlier.
Excalibur.
We explored the laboratory. It was on the other side of the red door. I happened to notice Quark putting something in his pocket. Whether or not that was his intention is unclear.
You can't trust the little bastard. Like, I feel like there's something more sinister to this little fucking kid.
I did not have the opportunity to ask, as he collapsed immediately afterwards. It didn't feel appropriate to go digging around in his pockets for it after that.
Now, there is one thing I want to point out when I was doing, because the only way I could do the route for the laboratory ending, or not laboratory ending, but the laboratory test, or puzzle, so I can unlock this region, you had to go through Timiyoshi, or how do you pronounce his fucking name, the boy's uncle. You had to do slightly a little bit of his path just to get to that part there, and I switched off so I can go through the door with, like, Dio's dumbass and Clover. And my beloved Elena was actually helping me with that on video chat, because that was a little bit tough. But before that puzzle came up with the lab, you're in the infirmary here talking to Timiyoshi later on, and Quark's in there. And Quark was saying something that kind of made me think about the first time I played and got the Luna ending. Remember when our character, like Sigma, that we're playing as, like he was hearing Phi's voice sound like it was changing to like a mouse sound, and it sounded like it was speeding up and then slowing down, and like the room started warping? Quark was having that same symptom, because he said the same thing in that scene with Timiyoshi. He was like, why does your voice sound like a mouse, and why are you speaking so fast? And he looked like he was in a fucking daze. And I was like, wait a second. If he's affected with the Radical 6, and that's what causes you to have that symptom, excuse me, good lord, keep gagging, have that symptom, we had that when we went through the path of Luna's. Because in that one room, Phi told us to sit down, and we slept for a bit until we woke up and we were fine again. But it was doing the same thing, so that was the symptoms of the Radical 6 affecting us. So I just wanted to throw that out there. Time to shine, kick, K, bald, Eddie, laugh out loud. Give it to Alice. Give it to Alice, give it to me, laugh out loud.
To be honest, it had also slipped my mind. We were rather preoccupied with getting him to the infirmary as quickly as possible.
Who cares about the details? We have it. Hurry up and give it to him, Luna.
Hey, hold on a minute. What about Alice?
Fuck Quark, give it to Alice.
Does it really matter if she goes first or not?
Yes, it does. Because there's only enough for one person. Fuck Quark and give it to Alice.
I'm sorry, but I don't think we can do that.
What?
There's only enough here for one person. The only way we have to administer this is with the injection gun. And the way it functions, it uses a whole bottle each time you pull the trigger.
Wow. You're almost home, my beloved. Be safe, sweetheart, okay? I love you. I ain't going nowhere. You be safe.
In other words, we can't split the dose in two or something.
Right.
Fuck Quark. While we all stood stunned, Phi moved. Stepping over to Quark, she quickly ran her hands through his clothes and then stepped back with a frown and a small shake of her hand.
Nothing. That one bottle was it.
Yeah. Do you think there might be some more back back in the laboratory?
No, unfortunately not.
No.
Oh, God.
Just enough medicine for one dose.
Give it to Alice. Fuck Quark.
Only one person can be saved.
Who should we give it to?
Alice!
Alice
Absolutely. Luna agrees. Let's go for it.
or Quark?
Fuck Quark. Give it to Alice. What the hell is this? There's no way we're only going to save one of the... Hey! I'm the one that's in control of you, Sigma. We're gonna save Alice. Fuck Quark.
Then what are we going to do?
We're gonna go to the lab. Do I just spell it out? We're going to save them both.
How?
That's, fuck me. I need to calm down. Think. There has to be some way to save them both. If there was, it was there. And IG, blah, 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 blah.
Do you know what immunoglobulin is? It's another name for antibodies. Some people have antibodies that can fight off Radical 6.
I love you even more. I'll be carrying my stuff upstairs. I'm coming, my darling. Be safe, sweetie. Don't rush.
Replicator makes it sound like it makes copies of stuff.
I'll be back, my beloved. Okay, sweetie. Take your time. So it's a copy.
Yeah. Probably copies IG. Whatever that is.
Any
Who
ideas?
knows? Ice cream by the gallon?
Really? That's it. I got it. The IG replicator in the laboratory. It's in whatever replication machine.
What?
If I tell you... What if I told you you had a nice... What? What was that trophy? It can copy whatever that word is, antibodies. But it just said that is making from antibodies. That means we can make more.
Hold on a moment. There is a strange device in the laboratory that says IG Replicator on it. Clover and I examined it thoroughly when we were in that room.
Yeah. We never could figure out what it did, though.
Exactly. My question is, how do you know about it, Sigma?
I saw it when I was in the lab.
When was that?
Probably when you were looking for Alice, right?
Wow. Dio saved her ass from lying. No, Dio was wrong. I hadn't gone to the laboratory when I was looking for Alice. I didn't think I even been into the laboratory, so how did I know about the IG replicator?
If what he's saying is true, then we should be able to duplicate the Excelivir. That would mean we could cure Alice and Quark.
I still say fuck Quark, cure Alice.
Let's go have a look then. The laboratory, right?
Yeah, no
Yeah.
time to waste.
Yeah. They all nodded. Wait, you can't leave them here all alone. Luna, do you think you could stay behind and look after them?
Oh, of course. I'd be happy to.
Alright then, let's go. Take an elevator down. Going down, down to the sugar road, going down screaming. I'll be your number one with a bullet. Put a gun complex, got me in a bullet. Going down there, down there. We're going down there, down there. Load a gun complex, got me in a bullet. Sorry. Since we were going in an elevator, I figured it'd be the right time to actually speak about the song. Just hope I don't get copyrighted. Didn't Daz do that in one of his videos? He sang like the Fall Out Boy song. I think I just did a Daz. Daz is badass.
So this is the lab, huh?
What is with the weird ass and bubbly tanks?
Yes.
Where's this IG replicator thing?
Right there. See?
So this can copy the Accelavir?
I think so.
What are we waiting for?
Calm down, alright? Don't rush me. Don't rush me yet. I carefully lower the small vial of Accelavane into the slot on the side of the machine. An empty vial already protruded from the other side. Preparing, that was where the duplication of Accelavane will go. Ready? When I press this button, it should...
Skip it. Just press the damn thing.
Gotcha. Right. And pressed. Love you, sweetheart. Sounds like a washing machine. Your clothes are done, sir. Did it work?
Have a look. The empty vial has something in it now.
And the vial Sigma used remains as it was.
Interesting.
It does not seem to have lost any of its contents.
Interesting.
So, it worked?
Interesting.
Would have been pretty bad if it hadn't.
Interesting. Alright, let's get this thing back to the infirmary. I reached down and pulled both vials from the machine, intended to slip them delicately into my pocket. At making... you're good at making videos. I try my best, buddy. Aw, shit.
What happened?
Sorry, my hand slipped.
You dropped one of them?
Yeah, just one. Though.
What in the hell? What if you'd broken it, you idiot?
Woo. If it had broken, then we could have just made another copy. Before Timioji could rely, Phi spoke.
Guys?
I was surprised to hear her voice coming from near my feet. I looked down to see her staring intently at something beneath the table.
You see? It did break!
No, the vial's fine. See?
She held it up in one hand but didn't move her eyes.
Then what the heck is going on down there?
Take a look.
There's a bomb. She slid back from the table quickly and silently. The rest of us bent down to look. And there it is. A fucking bomb.
Whoa. Really?
Yep.
That makes two then.
Dio, would you like to take and explain why your toys are here? Because my money's on you, because you're the only fucker that actually snuck into this place.
Guess Kay was right after all.
So there were more bombs.
So it would seem.
Was this here when you guys came through the first time?
No, it was not.
Yeah, I didn't see anything, and I looked real hard.
Then somebody must have said it while we were looking for Alice.
Who the hell would do that?
The one that's talking last. Not me, but you. We were all out looking for Alice. It could have been any of us.
No, not any of us. I was back in the infirmary. Quark was still out, so I was keeping an eye on him.
So we shouldn't consider you a suspect. Is that right?
Yeah, Quark's off the list too.
But Tenmyoji, you have no proof that you spent the entire time in the infirmary, do you?
What?
You could have quietly made your way to the laboratory, planted the bomb.
That's insane! Listen to yourself! There's no way in hell I'd have left Quark all by himself to go plant a goddamn bomb!
Timioji was still staring curiously at Kay when the Fervor spoke up.
Hey, what's this thing?
I turned in time to see her grab something from under the table.
It looks like a memory card.
Say what?
Where was it?
Right under the bomb. It was down on the floor under the table.
Oh shit.
Could it have been put here by the same person who set the bomb? There was nothing like it here when we examined this room.
Do you think they dropped it? Accidentally?
Unless it was left here intentionally, yes. I imagine so.
What do you think's on it?
Don't know. Let's go take a look. Could I see it for a minute?
Yeah, I guess so.
picked the card out of her hand and looked around the room. Nothing. Shoot. No dice. We'll need to plug it into something that can read memory cards, but I don't see anything.
So what do we do?
Go back to the infirmary because that place can do it. Come if I knew I'd just be doing it.
10 minutes remain until Amberdex game polling closes.
Oh, fuck me.
All players, please enter your votes.
Oh, shit.
If no vote is recorded before the deadline has passed, any non-voting parties will automatically ally.
We fucking get it. Okay. Ooh, dear.
Guys, I think maybe we should get back to the top floor.
Yeah, you're right. We've got what we came here for.
What should we do about the, bomb?
Not much we can do except leave it here. Alice said it'd be dangerous to touch them.
True, but...
Drop it. We can talk about the bombs later. Right now we need to take care of Alice and Quark.
Right, so let's get back to the infirmary and give the whatever back to, then head to the floor A.
Right.
Blah, 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 blah.
This ought to do it. It might take a little while, but they should recover.
Yay! Her voice was quiet as she backed away from Alice and Quark. In her hand was the injection gun. She carefully removed the empty vial and placed it gently into the container with the other one. While we were in the laboratory, Luna had moved Quark to a whatever cot. They both looked peaceful as they slept. I love the plant one on her lips. The madness I had seen in their faces before was completely gone.
Are they really going to be all right?
Yes. The analysis I did on the vials confirmed that the duplicate was real Excelivir. The original was genuine too, of course. Now that they've been treated...
It's only a matter of time before the virus is eliminated.
I believe so, yes.
But we all know Sigma's infected with it because of Luna's route. Because I don't think after that ending he just sat quietly on the bench and then just lived the rest of his days just eating food from the one place. What was it, the storage room or something like that, or food room or something like that? So if he was infected, he probably committed suicide. I don't know. There's like really no guarantee to know the answer to that.
Oh man,
so
what
yes.
a relief. I was really worried.
Clover grinned. Agreed. I gave her a pat on the back.
5 minutes.
Okay, yeah.
All right, everybody. We can be relieved later. Right now we need to get to the AB rooms and fast.
Damn. Don't even have time to catch our breath.
Come, let's go. The floor A is awaiting us. A warehouse is awaiting us. Blah, 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 blah. Wow, we're already that fucking close. Whew. Mamma mia. Where's Timioji?
He stayed back in the infirmary.
What?
Why?
Well, when we were all heading out, I noticed he wasn't doing anything. So I asked him if he was coming with us. And this is what I got.
I'm still worried about Quark and Alice. I think I'll stick around and make sure they're okay.
I see. That means that Phi's only opponent will be Dio.
1-on-1, huh?
Ugh.
That's cool.
Cool. Actually, I forget. On Alice's route, were we with Alice in the next one? Oh yeah, it was. It was the garden, and it was was the garden. We had Alice and we had Luna with us. So Luna and Alice were with me when we went into that room.
Nothing to worry about. I plan to choose Ally. You know why?
Because I've only got one BP.
Exactly. If you chose Ally and I betrayed you, your BP would drop below 0 and... well, you know what happens then. I want to win, but I'm not that desperate. You see what I'm saying, right?
Don't trust him, Phi. Don't trust him.
Tenmyoji and Dio are a pair. Tenmyoji only had one BP left. Since Dio said he's going to pick Ally, Phi can't really pick anything else. If she does, Tenmyoji will...
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Kay and I are gonna be going one-on-one too, right? Since Quark's still sleeping.
That is correct.
How many BP do you guys have?
I've got 6.
Okay.
As do I.
6. This will be a tough one then.
If one of them can get the other to Ally, and then betray that person, the betrayer will have 9 points.
Oh dear.
Look, Kay, I know you don't really have any reason to trust me, but...
I know. You would like us both to vote Ally, yes?
Yeah.
I agree. If we were to both betray, then we would gain no points. We would lose nothing either, but that's hardly relevant. If both of us cooperate, then we will both gain 2 points, which is much more beneficial.
Right. Okay, good. You're really gonna do it, right?
Yes,
Promise?
promise.
Better hurry up.
1
We're running out of
minute
time.
remains.
Shit, this is bad. We need to move, now!
Indeed. Shall we?
Dio, Kay, and Phi and Clover all took off immediately, heading into different A-B rooms. Counting from the left, Dio went into room 3, Kay went into room 4, Phi and Clover went into their room 5s and 6 separately, blah blah blah. That left Luna and me by myself. What do we do about taking the one on the far
Sounds
left?
good.
With that settled, we head into A-B room number 1. That's the question, though. Well, she betrayed us in the first one. How many points do we have? I forgot. How many points do we have?
30 seconds remain until Amberdeck's game polling closes.
I picked Ally and she betrayed me in the first round.
It's probably a little late to say this, but you know Alice is still in the infirmary. So,
You're saying we should pick Ally, right? Since Alice is going to defect to that
yes.
anyway. I know. It's not really fair to betray someone who isn't voting. His face broke into a warm, happy smile. Not to be so small, but it was like a ray of sunshine on a cloudy day. I ran back up right before I knew what I was doing. For a minute, the other game didn't really seem so scary.
10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hold on, I gotta look this up real quick, even though I have it right here on my phone, but I don't know. I gotta look this up real quick. not really what I asked for. Ooh, okay, so that's the reason why. Wow, that's kind of evil. Gonna pick Betray.
Round 2 of the Ambidex game has been completed. Results will be displayed in the warehouse. Thank you, Ambidex.
Luna and I stepped out of the AB room.
Why? What happened to... It's not fair to betray someone who isn't voting. I thought...
There wasn't nothing I could think of to say. Even I didn't really understand why I picked Betray instead. It had also felt unconscious, like some other part of my mind was making the decision. Present! Perhaps I'd been possessed by some sort of evil spirit that had moved my fingers to betray button against my will. That's a little bit harsh. I don't think myself as a evil presence or spirit. But I'm trying to make sure your ass don't die. Because we already went through one fucking ending where like you end up kicking the fucking bucket. So, yeah. My nose. Yeah. Right, well, we should go see the
Really?
results.
We already know what they are. It's just simple math.
The look on her eyes were more painful than any punch I've ever taken. I turned away and almost ran towards the projector. Anything to get away from those eyes.
Results from round 2 of the please.
Yes, whatever, just show it. Betray. Wow, everybody picked Betray. Wow. So Kay and Clover lied. Because Clover was like, pick Ally, okay? And he was like, I promise. So he picked Betray and she picked Betray. So she was gonna fuck him over. Timbioji, which was Dio, and Phi, they said they were gonna do Ally, even though Phi would have did Ally, but you can't trust Dio. And you have us where we picked Betray. But how on earth does, if Alice is in the infirmary, how could the machine on the other side pick Betray? Something's not right here. Something's not right at all.
Points have been assigned or subtracted accordingly. Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
All still the fucking same. What? It wasn't possible. I blinked, rubbed my eyes, and looked again. No, how can Alice vote to be Betray? That's not possible. Alice? She was standing inside the second room from the left. The room that should have been empty. Why? My mind was still reeling. Where had she come from? As I was trying to form a sentence, she began to walk towards us. From around me, I heard a chorus of mute gasps. It seemed we were unified in our surprising confusion. Alice drew to a stop in front of me and glanced up at the display.
Thought you'd get an easy couple points, huh? Not so easy when you have to look your victim in the eye, is it? Coward.
How am I a coward? Me, a coward? You got some balls saying that to me after you picked Betray. Why are you even
You
here?
gave me the antivirus, didn't you? Tenmyoji told me. Thank you. I mean that from the bottom of my heart, honestly.
But you should still be under the effects of the anesthetic.
Yes, well, I still am. A bit. I have a throbbing headache, and I can barely stand. It's horrible. I'm more resistant to anesthetics than most people. A result of my training.
You mean you being under ice for God knows how fucking long?
I have a feeling Zero Senior knew that. They gave me way more than the standard dose of that gas when they kidnapped me. In any event, a few minutes ago I woke up in the infirmary. Tenmyoji explained what was going on, and I got here as fast as I could.
So you showed up right after you've gone into the...
Yes. Right in the nick of time, too. About 10 seconds before the deadline, as I recall.
And if I would have chose Ally, I'd be fucking dead. Yeah, I can see that. I would have been fucking dead. I would have been fucking dead. Sorry. My nose, my snaz. Give me a round. Run for my money.
You did that just so you could betray us?
Right. What? Don't I get to do that? I mean, it turned out to be the right thing to do, didn't it? You two chose Betray. If I'd stayed back there, I'd have lost 2 points.
So you're saying it was self-defense?
How would it be self-defense? She chose Betray beforehand when I picked Ally. But then she's like, oh, well, you have a kind heart, but this is a game of not being kind-hearted. This is a game of trying to be survival. Yeah, but everybody's always at each other's throats. You think they would come together and try to get the fuck out, but we only know that Dio is basically the asshole, but everybody else seems to be, like, fair ground of actually being nice people. But Alice is not like that. Hey, sweetheart. Miss you.
Yes.
You're full of shit. Self-defense, my ass. You chose Betray because you wanted out. You had 6 BP. If I picked LA, you would have had 9. That's what you were trying to do.
So what if I was?
Are you serious? You would have killed me. Look, I only have 1 BP. You were this close to murdering me. Just admit it. You were planning to kill me so you could escape.
Don't be stupid. I knew you'd choose Betray.
How? How would you know? How would you know I would choose Betray, huh? I miss you, my beloved. I miss you too, sweetheart. My beautiful Elena, my Emily.
There was...
Don't try to cover it up. Tell me the fucking truth.
That is the truth. Why am I the only one getting the 3rd degree here?
Because you always choose Betray. I just saved your ass. You think you would be grateful and choose Ally. Whoa, you didn't see that. Laugh out loud.
Look at those results. 2 other people just tried to kill someone.
Find Dio.
Yes. If Dio had chosen Ally, Fi would have killed Tenmyoji. And if she'd chosen Ally, Dio would have killed her.
I think everybody just chose fucking Betray.
I don't want to be rude, but it looks like Clover and Kay tried to trick one another.
Absolutely, I already explained that earlier. Just like a couple fucking minutes ago. Yep, you're alive again, my beloved. I cared you of your Radical 6. I'm gonna give you some Radical sex. Sorry.
Not that it seems to have worked. If either one had chosen Ally, the other one would have 9 BP right now.
Yes, indeed. Should have seen it earlier. They had Alice on the bed and she looked like she was sleeping soundly. I was like, oh. that was my Elena, I'd be playing a beautiful kiss on your lips. Of course, everybody behind me would be like, he's kissing somebody that's unconscious. Is that right? That's not right. Is that allowed? Do they have a thing going on? I turned back to look at the results again. Before I only been looking at my own. I hadn't realized that there was only one word all across the roster. Betray! Feeling like Snow White or Sleeping Beauty. Yep. Whatever trust we managed to build has fallen apart. Everyone was suspiciously of everyone else. It had been the bomb. Yep, we got 2 bombs now. There's one more somewhere else. Or had it been something else? Whatever the reason, if it kept up, we'll never manage to escape. We've been trapped in a circle of 0 points rounds. We've been trapped in a cycle of 0 point rounds for the rest of our lives. Oh, well, yeah. Something had to be done. I closed my eyes and took a deep breath. Alright guys, pay attention. You probably already figured this out, but we can't keep going like this. If we don't start being a little more trusting, we'll never getting out of here. We need to work together. I might as well have been talking to a wall.
My apologies, Sigma, but I need to think on something for a bit. I would appreciate being left alone.
Really? Is that your answer to this? Because we don't really know who the fuck you are. You're under that mask and we don't know who the fuck you are.
I'll be leaving too.
Fuck you, dear. Fuck you square in the ass crooked with a dildo.
Things are getting a little too intense here for my delicate constitution.
Oh, fuck you.
Sorry.
Well, in that case...
Yeah,
Yeah,
bye.
Sorry.
Without another word, she turned and left the warehouse. Dio and Kay quickly followed in suit.
See? There's your answer. In the end, everyone's just thinking about themselves. So I would appreciate it if you could not treat me like I'm the only villain here.
I really don't have nothing to say to that. That's all I can say.
Come on, Clover. Let's go. Hold on! I'm coming! Are you feeling okay? I was really worried, you know?
I watched them walk away, Clover practically jumping with delight to have Alice back. Before long, they reached the yellow door and disappeared beyond it.
Everyone's gone.
Aw, my poor Luna. At least you're nice. You know, you ain't got a vendetta against me or anybody else. At least you're a nice person. Hopefully they don't do a Baywatch scene. Ugh, I don't watch Baywatch. Never really seen it. Everybody always was like, oh, Pamela Anderson's hot. No, she's not. She is one ugly, scuzzy bitch. Ever since she was younger to now. She hasn't made nothing of herself as making herself a fucking whore. She reminds me of a fucking reenactment of, what is that bitch's name that was a long time ago? I can't remember her fucking name. God, I fucking hated her. What was her name? It was that bitch that wore the white, like, dress, and she would stand over that grate, and the air would blow up, and her dress would be coming up, and she'd be holding it down. What the fuck was her name? Maybe it's a good thing I don't know her name, because I fucking hate her, too. Fucking scuzzy bitches. My Elena is 10 times the woman than those fucking cunts. And that's the truth. My beloved Elena has heart. She doesn't dress like a Scarlet like these fucking whores out here. My Elena is the best, elegant, unique, beautiful woman that's breathtaking out there.
No.
Are you sure I chose Betrayal?
I know, but I still believe in you, Sigma. I think your hand must have just slipped or something.
No, not really. I actually chose Betray, sweetheart.
Right?
No. My chest hurt, and when I blinked, I felt something hot and wet. Ooh, hot and wet prick at the corner of my eyes. Luna, I mean the truth, sweetie. Luna, I bit my lip before I could think of anything to say. The metallic rumble of the doors closing echoed through the warehouse. That's eerie as fuck.
The Ambidex round through Starkey.
Yes,
There is
yes.
the Ambidex.
Yes, calm down. As many times as we want. Huh?
Yes, as long as we have the star keys. That means we can keep playing the AB game over and over, too.
Ugh.
Sigma? Could you show me your bracelet?
Sure,
Do you
sweetheart.
remember what Zero Jr. said?
As soon as the gates close, your colors get all shuffled up automatically. Appearance
Oh,
solo
God, shut that rabbit up. They all gonna shopping to buy shoes or new Hot Topic clothes. Blue. Periwinkle blue. It's cyan. No, it's fucking blue. We have to go through this conversation again. If you want to get technical, it is fucking sky blue. It's not deep blue. It's fucking sky blue. Not cyan. Oh, that's that door over there. It's magenta. No, it is. It is fucking pink. This door over here is yellow. Oh, so you're actually using color-based name. Good for you.
I'm a magenta pear.
It's pink, sweetheart. Okay. I love you to death. I'm not gonna take and hit you for that one. Or I wouldn't hit you, but I mean, you know, jump on you for that one. That's pink, sweetheart. That's pink. I wonder what the
It
others
could
are.
be anything, I suppose. We won't know until we have a look.
We got about an hour or 80 minutes. Automatic doors, yep. So what should we do now?
Everyone else has gone off on their own.
Yeah. Physically and mentally, emotionally, I really don't like how this is going. It won't matter how many times we repeat the AB game. If nobody trusts anybody, we'll never be able to get out of here.
Maybe it would help if we all had a common goal.
Killing Dio? That would be a common goal. Everybody can get on that.
Something to unite our hearts and minds.
The bombs, to try to figure out how to deactivate them, because we're gonna die if we don't. Yeah, but we already got something like that. We all want to get out of here. That seems like a pretty clear goal to me, but everybody chose Betray, including me.
Well, what if we have an enemy?
An enemy?
Yes,
That would be Dio.
a common foe. Like the person who set the bombs, for instance.
That would be Dio. After coming back from the lab, I told her about the bomb while she gave Alice and Quark the Emethol, whatever the fuck you call that shit. Sweetie, close your mouth, you'll catch flies that way. Yeah, that might work. If we can figure out which one of us planted these bombs, then everyone else would work together against them. But how to figure it out? I already told you, it's Dio.
Well, do you have any clues?
Yep, that's right. The memory chip. I pulled it out of my pocket and held it towards her.
What's this?
I told you, a memory chip. It was under a bomb. We found it on our table. I think whoever set the bomb dropped it. Really? Yeah. I don't know what's on it though. We couldn't find any kind of memory chip reader.
I guess we can't really use it then.
Son of a bitch.
Oh, wait a second.
Thank you, Luna.
You know what? I think I might have seen something.
In the infirmary.
Yes, I remember.
It's purple, laugh out loud, not violet. Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you. Or lavender.
The infirmary.
Bum, bum.
I saw it when I was searching the infirmary with Dio and Quark.
Dio can suck a Diok. A Diok. Get it? A Diok. Dio can suck a Dioc.
There was a memory card just like
That is
that
Doc.
one.
A Dioc. Not a dank, a Dioc.
Yes! I
Yes.
think we can see what's on it.
I'd like to see what's on you. Ow.
The computer there should be able to read it.
Let's head out, cutie pie. Lynn and I exploded into the infirmary, nearly running into Alice, Clover, and Timioji. Quark was there as well, of course, but he was just off in Neverland, sleeping his little ass off. Probably doing a Amber Heard on the bed, shitting himself.
What are you doing here?
I opened my mouth to retort, then thought better of it. If I really want people to start trusting each other, well, really change starts at home. As quickly as I could, I explained the second bomb and the memory card and how we come to the infirmary in hopes that we could discover the contents of the... whatever that word is.
Okay.
Then stick it in already!
Okay, I understand we got a memory card, but hearing her say that sounds like she wants the rough, you know what, in the bed. And to me, no, Clover, not that type of guy. I don't date girls with cotton candy hair. I'm sorry. I'll take Alice, but I'm not taking you. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Timioji, really? That sounds gross. I don't want an old man watching me make love to a woman. That's really gross. Just as Luna had said, there was a small slot under the screen, except exactly the right size to fit a memory card. Within moments, the screen was filled with what appeared to be random letters. No comment, my beloved Elena says. Laugh out loud. And Quark equals Quark. Quack. What is this?
6 rows, 22 letters each.
It looks like the odd rows use one set of letters, and the even rows use another set.
Oh, I'm seeing we got C, B, C, B, C going down. The other side does P, D, P, D, P. The top is just random.
In other words, the first 2 rows just repeat. Yeah.
Is this some kind of code or something?
It doesn't look random to me. I think there might be a pattern. I just don't know what it is.
I'm looking. Well, actually, no. Hold on. There is okay, now it's V. I'm seeing it. It does V, E, V, E. Then you got O, L, O, L. Oh, wow. It actually does it all the way across the board. Like you got QY all the way down, UO all the way down, JL all the way down, HW all the way down, with everything else. Of course, I am seeing a word like 1, 0, or O, N, E, 1, and then it's repeated again and again.
Was there anything else on there? No, it doesn't look like it.
So all we got is this gibber. Hey Alice, you haven't said anything for a while. What's
Does
up?
any of this look familiar to you, Clover?
What do you mean?
Have you seen something like this before? Maybe during your training?
Training.
This is...
So you do recognize it.
All right, knock it off, you two. How about you share it with the rest of the class?
Alice sighed and stretched her neck out from side to side.
I believe this is an encoded message from a terrorist organization.
Oh, is that right? Well, you can't explain that to me, beloved. We have a DNA, my beloved.
What?
They call themselves the Myrmidons.
I see 1 in 1 section. Myrmidons? For some reason, I felt like I've heard that name before.
What are the Myrmidons?
Put simply, they're a bunch of thugs who are trying to destroy or dismantle most of human civilization.
So this thing we're looking at, you think it's theirs?
Looks like an anagram.
Well, they have a number of different codes, but I do think this is one of them.
Then the bomb? It was set by one of the Myrmidons, wasn't it?
Which was Dio.
Yes.
We know it's Dio.
Well, I can't say for sure, of course, but it seems likely.
Damn, I have a ton of questions for you. But let me start with this one. What the heck does that thing say?
I don't know. How am I supposed to decode it? I don't have the key. Without a key, it would take literally hundreds of years to decode.
Really? Hundreds of years? I think you can tone that down to about 10 years. Even though we really don't have 10 years.
What about you, Clover?
Well, if Alice doesn't know how, I sure don't.
See.
Not much we can do then. We can come back to that code stuff later. I got another question. Alice Clover, who the hell are you? Why do you know about this code?
That's...
You told me your job was to eliminate enemies of the state or something like that. Just what the hell kind of a job is that? I think it's time you told us what you do.
Sorry, but I can't.
Why
Because
not?
you might be one of them. You might be the person who set the bomb.
That's an idiotic. Of course I'm not.
Really? And where's your proof? For all I know, you're my enemy. I can't tell you anything.
I just saved your life. Like, seriously. If I was your enemy, I would have let you die from Radical 6. Isn't that blatantly obvious, Alice? And plus, I'm trying to take and get you on my side here. I'm trying to save your ass from dying. I'm your ally. I'm your friend. I just want all of us to get out of here. Just please tell us. Please. We need to find out who did this so we can all escape. But we have little information. We need your help. Fine. If you won't tell us about yourself, then just tell us about them, whatever. What else do you know about them?
I'm sorry.
Before I could blink, she leaped up and ran out of the room. Hey, wait, Alice. I took off after her.
How long are you going to keep following me?
Because I love you. I'll follow you to the ends of the earth and back. What are you saying, sweetie? Mamma mia. I see lead, my beloved. I see... You see lead, my beloved. What does that mean? Oh, the word you see. Until you tell me what
Then
you
why
know.
don't you just ask Clover?
Because Clover doesn't seem like she has a fucking brain cell in her goddamn head. Why would I talk to a fucking bimbo?
You already know she works with me.
I know she works with you, but she follows you around like a fucking puppy dog. I don't think she has a brain cell in that head. She follows your orders. I don't think she fucking knows anything. Well,
Then
yeah.
why don't you...
I wanted to hear it
Why?
from you. That's a good question. Remember the crew quarters? Or this garden? We got paired up for 2 section rounds. That means I've spent more time with you than anybody else here. Maybe that's it. I guess I'm just curious about you.
What are you talking about?
I'm in love with you. How blatantly obvious do I have to make it? My name is Sigma. I'm in love with you. Marry me. Clover is like a sushi roll. Yeah, one I wouldn't eat. Ew. Ew. Okay, Elena, you just put that image in my head. Oh, God, that's gross. Oh, that's gross. Oh. Okay, I think I just threw up a little bit in my mouth, Elena. Oh, when you said that, all I could think of is her being butt naked on a table with food on her. Oh, that's gross. Oh. Oh, I think I'm gonna throw up. Oh. Oh, Elena! Don't. Stop, sweetheart. Oh. I know you're right here, sweetheart, but you just made me want to throw up from thinking about that. Oh. Or popping that image in my head of Luna, I mean not Luna, of Clover. Oh, that's disgusting. She spat around to hide it, but I caught a blush of red on her cheeks. We walked down the path to where it ended next to the pond. Hey, what's up, buddy? Kiss the plushie. It makes you feel better. Oh. Oh, that was really gross. That was really gross. I stayed silent. Alice sat down on the bench and we gazed at the soothing surface of the pond for several long minutes before she began to speak.
You don't hate me?
No, I don't hate you. Why would I hate you? I ain't got no right to hate you. What? Why?
I tried to kill you.
A lot of people are trying to kill me, but it ain't mean that I'm gonna kill a beautiful woman that doesn't deserve to die. Now, if you were that bitch off of Snake Eyes, the one called the Empress or whatever the fuck her name is, I would definitely kill that bitch. You mean in the AV games?
I was so scared. Who wouldn't be? Kidnapped and locked up, forced to play some sort of bizarre game.
I was watching my favorite episodes of One Piece. One Piece is a good show, but I can't stand that one guy that lies. The one with the long ass fucking nose that's like about a mile long. Can't stand that fucking guy. I like my girl Carrot in it though, even though I haven't gotten to that part of the series yet. I got a figure of her on my wall over there. Or not on my wall, but on my bookshelf. Of Carrot. I really, really like Carrot from the TV show. She is badass in that second form of hers too. I saw a YouTube video where she was kicking some pirates' asses. In the full moonlight. She is fucking awesome. She looks more tan. Well, she's you, Elena. She looks exactly like you. You got a tan bod too. Wow.
And then we found that bomb. I know I probably sounded calm, but as soon as we found that thing, all I wanted to do was run away from it as fast as I could. Things just went downhill from there.
What do you mean?
I remember hearing that Quark had collapsed and running to the infirmary with everyone else. When I got there, I realized I couldn't understand what anyone was saying. And everything looked... I don't know how to describe it.
Oh, that's when she started feeling the effects.
It was like watching a video on fast forward, only it was real.
Okay, so she was feeling the effects of, like I said, from when our previous playthrough of Luna's ending. She said it was like a fast forward on the video. That's what was happening to us. Yes, you are, my beloved. You're my carrot.
Then I started to feel like... It's hard to explain.
This is Maggie and Kime. Continue providing incredible content. Support your favorite content creators. Keep your wallets closed. Save your money for. Yeah, pretty much. There's a lot of creators I like to support more. Like, I want to support, well, my beloved Lena for her videos. I also want to take and support Todd McFarlane because he is still like one of my favorite like comic book writers. Besides the, I think my other comic book writer would be the guy that created the Knuckles series of Sonic and Knuckles. Like the comic books are like in depth and like dark. They're really cool. Plus, you know, Stephen King. We got the people that did the Tenchi Muyo series, like a couple other things. Plus, also the other stuff too. Yeah, and I just like having fun with my videos. I mean, people can follow me if they want or not, or if they just watch my video but with not like subscribing or give me a thumbs up. At least I'm helping them have a good day. I know you've met Todd McFarlane, sweetie. You always take and say that. It makes me a little bit jealous.
I guess you could say I didn't feel like I was myself, and it only got worse.
That was probably the
Yes, I think so. I don't remember much after that. But when I woke up in the infirmary, suddenly all that fear was back. So all I could think about was getting out of this place as fast as I could. It never even crossed my mind that it could kill you. God help me, even if it had, I don't think I would have cared.
Oof.
See? I'm horrible.
No, you're not. happens to the best of us. We just get scared and we let the adrenaline take over.
You hate me, don't you?
Nope.
Just do it!
No, do what? What? Do what?
Kill me! Get it over with!
No, I'm not gonna kill you. What the hell, Alice? I'm not gonna kill you. I don't even hate you.
You're lying! I could have killed you. I would have killed you.
Well, if you would have thought about me every once in a while, that would have been good enough for me. Calm down. Nobody's gonna kill anyone. A single tear rolled down Alice's cheek, then another and another, leaving shining lines across her face. When I reached out, I saw her tension just slightly. Slowly, I brushed my thumb across her cheek, and off, taking her tears with it.
Why are you doing this?
Because I love you. How obvious do I need to make it? Do I have to write a little sign? Do I have to hold a sign up that says it? Do I have to be like that guy, what was it, John Cusack in the movie where he's holding the boombox up above his head to the girl he loves in the street?
You know, you kind of remind me of my father.
Okay. That's rough. Why would you say your father? I was hoping you would say, like, you know, like you remind me of a boy I was in love with a long time ago or some type of stuff. Well, you know, R.L. Stein is going to be in Comic-Con. That'd be cool. That's how I cry, my hubby, and music is like the... Oh, I wasn't really listening to the music at the time. Sounds nice, though. That's who you were after, right? The people who killed your dad? Did they have anything to do with the...
Will you promise not to tell Clover that I cried?
I won't, I promise.
If you keep your mouth shut, I'll tell you what you want to know. About myself. And about the Miradons. Deal?
Sure. My lips are
really?
sealed. What crying? I don't remember any crying.
Good. Alright then.
Let's see, stick with the classic Marvel 1998 / 2010 DC Comics 2000 and 2012 indies, manga, pulp fiction, comics, anime, video, games, and give those lefties leftists. Okay, I agree with you, buddy. I will never bend the knee, and my husband won't do it either. We are gonna raise our daughters with the classics. Amen to that, my beloved. Alice took a deep breath and began. My father is Egyptian, but my mother is French. They met while my mother was in Egypt on vacation and married. Shortly thereafter, when I was 3, we all moved to the U.S. My father was a scientist and his field was cloning. What? He was recruited by an American lab, which was why we moved. Both of my parents had used English around me from the time I was born, so I didn't have any problems adapting to life in the United States. By my 9th birthday, we'd been there for 6 years. That was when it happened. In the middle of the day, my mother showed up at school. She said her mother's French, but why would her mother have a hairstyle like that? That's just kind of weird to my knowledge. Is she wearing an apron? Yeah, it looks like she's wearing an apron. Her eyes were red and puffy, but she didn't say anything to me on the drive home. When we arrived, there were several policemen there to meet us. My father had always been a very punctuous man, and when dinner time came... punctual man. And when dinner time came and went, with no sign of him, even I began to realize something terrible had happened. It wasn't until several years later that I finally learned the truth. My father's lab had been attacked by terrorists and he had been kidnapped. Is this Zero Escape Alice? Oh, sweet. Yeah, it is. Oh, there are some French people have different hairstyles, my beloved. Okay. For the rest of my childhood, my mother raised me by herself. I didn't realize it then, but it must have been incredibly difficult for her. As a single mother alone in a... Well, wait a second. If your dad was doing cloning process, couldn't you just clone him? Alone in a country where any relatives were a transatlantic flight away. What? Oh. She did her best not to let me see it. But every so often, when she thought she was alone, the mask would come away, and in every line of her face I could see exhaustion and loneliness. As much as I missed my father, it was those moments that made me wish more than anything that he never had been taken. Oh, hello. Look at Alice looking at a nice uniform. True, but then again, it's hard. What are you talking about, sweetie? Fortunately, I was an excellent student and did especially well in math. I earned a full ride scholarship straight out of high school and spent the next few years studying. After graduation, I took a job with the Department of Defense, hoping that they might have the resources to help me look for my father. I was immediately assigned to the Special Office of Intelligent Security. Security. These purpose is to investigate and sometimes deal with terrorist organizations and other serious threats to the state. Like they wanted the machine for themselves. That's my... Oh, okay. Gotcha. I could tell my mother wasn't happy about my decision, but she chose to remain silent about it. Eventually I learned that the terrorist organization had taken my father was none other than the blah 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 blah. Already at the time, that name didn't mean anything to me. They were suspicious of human cloning. Wait, hold on. So, wait a second. Did they really kidnap y'all guys or y'all clones? Because it's like, that's what's kind of going through my head, like, are y'all really clones? Well, I don't know. I mean, would they be clones? I mean, does a clone bleed red blood or what? They were suspected of human cloning, especially it was thought that they had been using cloning technologies to clone their most useful members and expand their ranks. The whatever appeared believed that they could use clones to create a new race of humans. What the fuck? Okay, that's really, really like Odyssey level type shit, whatever you want to call it. Now at least I knew the reason for my father's abduction. The commander of the whatever is a man named Left. Wait, didn't you say something about Lefty? Leftist? Oh no, never mind. That was in the comment that our buddy said. We knew his name and his gender. Okay, but not his appearance or age. The whatever closed associated with a cult known as Free the Soul. Ain't that what stupid ass Quark said? I need to free my soul or free the soul? We believe that Free the Soul provides their funding, but trying to pin any kind of misdeeds on the cult's leader, a man named Brother, is like trying to nail Jello to a wall. Brother is supported to be fairly advanced in years, and rumors say he's so old he can't even get out of bed. What the fuck? Unfortunately, his mind seems to be as sharp as ever. What the fuck? At that point, I hit a wall. I knew the whatever had been behind my father's kidnap, but that was all I could learn about them. Oh, then here we go. This is the first game. Then one day I got a tip that some of them were hiding in a building in the Nevada desert. Nevada. Is it Nevada? Nevada. I headed out to Nevada immediately. Oh! Mamma mia! Look at you, Elena. Ralph! On the way there, my car had some engine trouble and stalled out. I was trying to decide what to do when an SUV appeared out of nowhere. I'll give you one guess who was behind the steering wheel. Clover. That was the first time we met. There were 4 other people in the car with them, and when I asked them what they were doing, I got what was just about the last answer I expected. They told me they'd been locked up inside of the very building I've been on my way to investigate, and that they were currently in pursuit of the man who kidnapped them in the first place. Shifted very quickly. After a short discussion, I convinced them to allow me to come along. My hope was to find the people they were chasing, who I was certain were them. In the end, however, we were unable to track them down. So Jumpy never found June? Or her brother? Huh. Really, you're gonna use Jello. Why you can't just say ice cream or coconut? In fact, I still don't know where they might have gone. Eventually, I took Clover and her companions to SOIS headquarters. We decided that involving the police would only complicate things. After some questions, it was determined that the people who had this particular event were not connected to the people. We did, however, discover that the mysterious disappearance and subsequent reappearance of several children in 9 years prior were connected to the Free Soul? What? There was also a sixth person in the SUV, although they weren't riding in it per se. A middle-aged man who I just called H for now had been bound and placed in the back trunk. According to the other 4, he had been behind the disappearance of the children 9 years earlier. There he is! It's good old Ace. Ace asshole. We also learned that his corporation, a minor player in the world stage, was effectively controlled by Free the Soul. More especially, I suppose, H was a member of the Free Souls and very committed to their cause. So why had he kidnapped all these children? Apparently, it had been part of an experiment designed to test the ability of certain people to accept what they called the, I don't know how to pronounce that word still, field. I didn't imagine you ever heard of it before, so I try and give you a quick rundown. Yes, the communication between 2 people, we already know all this, we've read it before. It wasn't too long after the incident in Nevada that another tip about the whatever, let's just call them the Incans. I don't fucking know. I don't know how to pronounce that name. The Mamadors. Let's just call them the Mamadors. The Memes crossed my desk. This time it claimed that the Memes intended to launch a large-scale terrorist attack. My boss decided that we needed more agents to deal with a threat of that magnitude, and Clover was recruited. Because she'd been a test subject in H's experiments, we knew she had the ability to access the field, and we wanted to put that ability to use. After several months of training, she was sent on her first mission. She could have been tasked with the infiltration and investigation of the Memes floating lab. I was assigned to her commanding officer. I was assigned to be her commanding officer. I hope that our investigation might also give me a lead on my father's whereabouts. At least I had a chance to find out what had happened to him. I would not let that chance pass me by. Perhaps that was what happened, what kept me from knowing the truth. Just call them mammoths? Okay, I'll call them mammoths. Whatever happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. That's funny as shit. Ace is making a poker face. The whole operation was a trap. It was a trap. Why is she dressed like she's from McDonald's? The lab was fake and Clover was captured almost immediately. That's because she stands out like a fucking sore thumb. Like, seriously, why would you send a young girl to be in an investigation where she can't keep her fucking trap shut? Let alone put some damn clothes on. She acts like a fucking child. I mean, no wonder she would get called easy. I got there as fast as I could, but when I arrived, the building was only an empty shell. After all the conspirators who had pretended to be researchers and had already fled. I searched frantically for Clover until at last in the basement room I found her. She had been tied to a chair on the floor. Next to her was another body, which was her dad. Oh man, her dad was killed. It was my father. He looked as if he'd just been dumped there, and when I got to him, his body was already cold. He was covered in dark, ugly bruises. It wasn't until later that I learned he had died from organs and internal bleeding. Oh man, they had beaten him to death. Jeez, that's terrible, man. Fuck. That's sad. This is an IHOP uniform, my beloved. At least she has pants. Yeah, true, but to me she's still ugly no matter what she's wearing. As soon as Clover had been captured, a mammoth in a mask had come to visit her. He said that unless she wanted to end up like my father, she would leave them alone until her masters at the SOIS to be likewise. In retrospect, they might have known who I was and who my father was. That was why they killed him. Perhaps they thought they were sending a message to me, or that once he was gone, I'd lose my reason for chasing them. No, you just increased the reason. That's what you just did. For killing her father, now she wants fucking revenge. And she wants to nail every one of y'all to a fucking stake. They were very, very wrong. I took Clover with me and left. I tried to convince myself with the fact that I had at least been able to save her. A mammoth wearing a mask, my beloved. Yeah, that's funny. It's like you see the giant fucking head and on the trunk is the mask, like right here. You're a mammoth. No, I'm not. Yes, you are. Look at the mask. I'm not a mammoth. You're wearing a mask, but you're a mammoth. Sometime later, I received a call from the coroner. He told me that there was something I needed to see. There in the mortuary morgue was my father, cold and pale on the steel table. I could barely stand there to look at him, but coroner insisted. On his arm were 2 rows of numbers. 8s and 9s. It took me a moment to recognize my father's handwriting. He had carved them into his skin. Oh, what the fuck, man? On his chest was another message, but they were letters. This time, not numbers. Not many, just enough to make a short sentence. I love you, Alice. I broke down crying right there in the morgue. They were the first tears I shed since the operation had started, and there was no stopping them. There would be no forgiveness. not for the monsters who put my father through this. They destroyed my family. I would make them pay, even if I had to die to do it. That night, I made a promise to myself I would avenge my father. It didn't take long to figure out that the numbers he wrote were... I don't know what that means. And longitude and latitude, right? Okay, my brain didn't click on what the words were. Longitude and latitude. They were points to a chemical factory that had been disguised as an abandoned building. Further investigation revealed that it was the Mother Lobe? We've been... Is it supposed to be load or lump? Or loop? Lump? Lobe? Mother Lobe? We've been looking for the headquarters of the mammoths. Like it's small and the trunks stick out. Laugh out loud. You mean it was language and landing? I think my father must have known how things would turn out. Knowing he was going to die, he written the directions to our enemy's fortress on his own body. He sacrificed too much for me to waste this opportunity with recklessness. This time, our operation would succeed. This time, I wouldn't let my excitement put Clover or any of my other agents in danger. So we took our time, we gathered information, we did our research, and we planned. Finally, we were ready. Lobby. December 25th, 2028 was going to be the first day we finally set foot inside the Mammoth Stronghold. And that's when 9 appeared, apparently. Or not 9, 0. But then on the 22nd, only 3 days before the operation was scheduled to begin, a man in a gas mask appeared. And now you're here. So you inhaled that gas, passed out, and woke up in here in the Navy room.
Well, there it is. Everything that's happened with the Myrmidons and me.
Myrmidons. I'll just go with mammoths, it's funny.
I left a few of the details out, of course, but you get the idea.
I do. Can I get a kiss? Ready to enter the Matrix and would do the what shake? The what? Yeah, thanks. She gave me a sad sort of smile and stood up.
We should go back.
This angel is weird. What angel is weird? What are you talking about? What angel? We should go back. Not yet. Your story explained a lot, but there's still one big question.
Which is?
Who here is a mammoth? One of us planted the bombs, and based off the code we found, it's pretty clear that the person is a mammoth.
Yes.
Right? Myrmidon, whatever the fuck you call it. And I agree that we need to figure out who they are.
What do you propose we do?
Well, that's what I wanted to ask about. Do you have any clues?
Clues? Well, if I could decrypt that code, it might tell us something, but...
How can we do that?
I told you. We need a key. Without that, it's pointless.
What's
a key? A key is a key. It allows you to sort of unlock a code. Myrmidons usually use this huge string of numbers as a key.
Wait, a long string of numbers. Could that be... let me guess. Fucking course. I guess I gotta do... I think I gotta do fucking Dio's ending. Just to fucking get this code so I can finish her storyline. God damn it, man. Yeah, it requires fucking Dio's code. Son of a monkey's uncle. Mammoth is in the Ice Age, hanging with a saber-tooth tiger named Diego and a sloth named Sliff. Yep, another cliffhanger, sweetheart. Ah, fuck me crooked. I was hoping I could just cheat it, like, oh, we need a code. And they just come up with a thing where you could just type in something and just I could find it on my phone, put in the fucking code, and then she'd be like, how'd you know about that? Oh, let's not worry about that. Let's go fucking do this with the bombs. Son of a bitch. What is the long strand? Yep, number 5. Son of a bitch. At least I'm having fun. Yep, that's a good thing. I love you, sweetheart. So I gotta do Dio's ending, which is betray Dio, betray Dio, betray Dio. Which I can get right out of the starting gate. There's nothing like real fucking elaborate I need to do. Let's see. Yeah, it says right here, available from start, Dio's ending. Magenta door, betray, betray. So, and then from there, I guess we get the fucking code from his stupid ass, and then, son of a bitch. Well, for now, brothers, sisters, boys, and girls, thank you for joining me with this, and thank you, my beloved Elena. The ring fits wonderfully, my beloved. Aw, you have to send me a picture of it, okay? I love you, sweetheart. That ring's for you, and I love my ring. You got me. On that, brothers, sisters, boys, and girls, thank you for joining me with this. If you enjoy the content, let me know. Give me a thumbs up. Also, if you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. We play old games and new games. Let me know if I've been helping you try to clear your mind of the day, because I know it's been stressful nowadays with this world. You know, just trying to, you know, be happy and trying to do something to help other people. Other than that, take it easy out there. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye for now. This is Kym Kindred signing off.